Respected sir and madam, and my dear friends, a pleasant good morning to one and all. Myself K. Sharantej Rai. I am pursuing 10th grade at Lokshit Tutorial. Today I want to present interesting seminar in front of great people like you. Now I want to say complete seminar about nutrition. Let us go into seminar. Yes. Do you know what is the meaning of nutrition? Nutrition means the process of obtaining nutrients from food is known as nutrition. Do you know why we need food? We need food for growth, survive in our society, and to live. For these purposes, we want food. Next, do you know how many types of nutrition are there? There are two types of nutrition. One is autotrophic nutrition, another one is heterotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, auto means self, trophic means food. The definition of autotrophic nutrition is the process of preparing own food is known as autotrophic nutrition. The examples of autotrophic nutrition is algae, plants, etc. Do you think how autotrophic nutrition will occur in plants? Yes, by the process of photosynthesis, the autotrophic nutrition will take place. Will you define the photosynthesis? Yes, the process of preparing own food by using the materials of carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and starch is known as photosynthesis. A scientist given a chemical equation for photosynthesis. The chemical equation of photosynthesis is 6CO2 plus 12H2O gives rise to, in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight, C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the balanced chemical equation of photosynthesis. This was proposed by Priestley. To find this chemical equation, he did an experiment. The experiment is bell jar experiment. In the first unit and half yearly examination, this experiment was repeated. To do this experiment, he taken a potted plant, candle, rat and one bell jar. First he took a rat and he kept that rat in bell jar. And he observed the rat was died after 1 day because of insufficient of oxygen. And same he repeated again by keeping a candle in the bell jar. The light was offed because of insufficient of oxygen. Like that he repeated again this activity by keeping a potted plant and he observed the activity. The candle was lightening and the rat was surviving in the bell jar because of the presence of sunlight and the oxygen was present. So that only the rat and candle was active in nature. Are you understand how we find it the oxygen? Yes, I hope you all are understand. Next, coming to the chloroplast. Do you know where the chloroplast is present? Yes, the chloroplast was present in the leaf. Do you know what is the use of chloroplast? In the chloroplast, a coloring pigment is present. The pigment is known as chlorophyll. Because of chlorophyll only, the leaves get color. In the chloroplast, a thylakoids, grana, stroma lamella, loop of DNA, lipid globules, these all are present. In the lipid globules, the grains was present. In the thylakoids is nothing but group grana. The group of thylakoids is nothing but grana. In the grana, the light reaction will take place. In the stroma, the dark reaction will take place. There, the main source of light reaction is light. If the light is not there, the light reaction will not take place. There is no main source for dark reaction. In the absence of sunlight also, the dark reaction will take place. The light reaction is also known as photochemical phase, and it is first stage of photosynthesis. The dark reaction is also known as biosynthetic phase. It is the second phase of photosynthesis. Like this all reactions will took place in chloroplast. Next, coming to TS of leaf. Shall I show a picture of TS of leaf? 1 minute. This is the picture of TS of leaf. This is the picture of TS of leaf. The leaf was protected by cuticle layer. This layer is known as cuticle layer. Below the cuticle layer, upper epidermis was located. Epidermis, or you understand the word epidermis means the layer which was presented on the leaf or any organism or organelle is known as epidermis. Next, parasite parenchyma. It is a parenchyma which was presented in the leaf it helps in transportation of minerals and foods to plants. Next, xylem. The function of the xylem and phloem is to transfer the minerals, food to all the parts of the plant. Next, spongy parenchyma. These cells are closely packed. Next, air space. The space which was took place for exchanging of gases. Next, God cell. It was presented between stroma. Next, lower epidermis. The epidermis means the layer which was presented on the leaf is known as epidermis. Like that, it was located at lower level is known as lower epidermis. Next, stomata. The function of stomata is to exchange the gases. Next, cuticle layer which was presented down of the leaf. This is the expansion of TS of leaf. Next, coming to the heterotrophic nutrition. Do you know what is the meaning of heterotrophic nutrition? In heterotrophic nutrition, hetero means depend, trophic means food. The examples of heterotrophic nutrition is humans. The definition of heterotrophic nutrition is the process of depending on other organism for food is known as heterotrophic nutrition. The heterotrophic nutrition is three types. One is holozoic nutrition, second one is parasitic nutrition, third one is saprophytic nutrition. In holozoic nutrition, the example of holozoic nutrition is amoeba and paramecium. Do you know what is amoeba? The organism which was presented on the water is known as amoeba. It doesn't have any shape. It is irregular in shape. Do you know how the amoeba will take food? The amoeba will take food by the process of pseudopodia. Pseudopodia means it is nothing but false feet. It means 1 minute I will show the picture. This is the picture of amoeba. False pseudopodia. The membrane which was presented on the amoeba is known as false feet is nothing but pseudopodia. By the process of pseudopodia, the amoeba will take food grains by the ejection. Ejection means injecting, attracting. Like that, ejection means attracting. By that only the amoeba will get food. Next, coming to the paramecium. It is a slippery like structure which was presented on the plants. Do you think how the paramecium will get food? By the on the paramecium, cilia structures was there. By the cilia, the paramecium will get food. These are the structures which are presented on the paramecium. Through cytostoma, the paramecium will get food. They will send out their waste through anal pole. In this way, the heterotrophic nutrition was took place in a halozoic nutrition. Next, coming to the saprophytic nutrition. The example of saprophytic nutrition is Cuscuta. The another name of Cuscuta plant is dodder. Do you know which plant? Do you know Cuscuta plant? Yes, I hope. There is no leaves for Cuscuta plant, but they also live. Do you think how the Cuscuta plant will live? The Cuscuta plant will depend on other plant for food. By the process of ejection, they will get food. The Cuscuta have a specialized roots. The specialized roots is known as haustoria. Through process of haustoria, the plants will get food and they will survive and they will erect or eject the food from other plant. This is known as ejection process. Like this, the Cuscuta will get food from other organism. These are the examples for heterotrophic nutrition. Next, coming to the how we will get oxygen from plants. For understanding of oxygen from where we are getting, we have to do an activity. The activity aim is to know how the oxygen was released by plants. The materials required: hydroelectrics, test tube, beaker, water and funnel. These are the materials required to do activity. Procedure: first take an funnel and place some hydroelectrics in the funnel and place that funnel reversely in the beaker. After that, pour some water in the beaker and take one test tube with a brim of water and place that test tube on the funnel carefully and keep that apparatus in the below the sunlight for an hour or 2 hours. Because the photosynthesis will take place on the hydroelectrics. For that, when you keep that apparatus in the sunlight, the small bubbles was released by hydroelectrics and the bubbles all are collected at the bottom of the test tube. To test that gas, we have to take one matchstick and light that matchstick and remove the test tube with the help of your thumb carefully and keep that candle nearer to the test tube and observe. We will observe that the matchstick will glow brightly. Do you think why? It is because of the presence of oxygen, so that only the matchstick will glow brightly. Totally we will conclude that the oxygen was released by plants. Like this, we know that the oxygen was released by plants. Next, are you understand this topic? Yes, I hope all you are understand this topic. Next, coming to the digestive system of humans. To understand betterly of digestive system of humans, first of all take an biscuit and take that biscuit into your buccal cavity and chew that biscuit and by the formation of bolus. When the bolus is formed, automatically we will swallow the bolus into our esophagus. When we swallow the bolus into our esophagus, there the peristaltic movement will took place. Peristaltic movement means the process of rhythmic contraction and relaxation is known as peristalsis. It helps to push the food in forward direction. Like this, the peristalsis will took place in every organism, and every organ which was present in our body, which was helped in digestive system. The food will automatically enters into stomach with an sphincter. The sphincter is known as pyrolic sphincter. After that, when food enters into duodenum, the two glands are secreted. I will show my flow chart. You will understand carefully. 1 minute. First, food will enter into mouth. It is nothing but buccal cavity. After that, the food will enter into pharynx. After that, the food will enters into esophagus. Like that, through esophagus, the food will enters into stomach. Through stomach, the food enters into duodenum. When the food enters into duodenum, the liver and pancreas will be activated. They started to secrete some juices. Through duodenum, the food will enters into small intestine. In the small intestine, a finger-like structures are there. As the finger-like structures are known as villi. On the villi, epithelium tissue is there. Through epithelium tissue, the absorption of food materials, amino acids and fatty acids will took place. In next large intestine, through the small intestine, the food will enters into large intestine. In the large intestine, the absorption of minerals will took place, and after that, the remaining wastes are sent out to rectum. Through the rectum to anus. This process, the process of sending out waste through anal is known as defecation. This process was occurred in our digestive system. Are you understand? I hope all you are understood. Next, coming to the malnutrition. Do you know what is the meaning of malnutrition? Will you define the malnutrition? Malnutrition means the process of or the required nutrients or proteins or calories are not there in the food in a required quantity is known as malnutrition. For diseases of malnutrition are kwashiorkor, marasmus, pellagra and obesity. These are the diseases of malnutrition. The first, coming to the first disease, kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor means the disease which was caused deficiency of proteins is known as kwashiorkor. The symptoms of kwashiorkor is diarrhea, fluffy faces and swell of stomachs, and these are the symptoms of kwashiorkor disease. Next, coming to the obesity. Obesity. Do you know what is obesity? This disease was caused by overeating of proteins and calories and other fats. This is the cause of obesity. The symptoms of obesity is swell of body and poor muscle development. Next, coming to the marasmus. Marasmus means the disease was caused by the deficiency of calories. Is known as marasmus. The symptoms of marasmus is diarrhea, repeated birth, and thin muscle development, and etc. are the symptoms of the marasmus. Next, pellagra. The pellagra was caused by the deficiency of proteins and calories. Is known as pellagra. The symptoms of pellagra is the rashes and thick muscle development at legs and diarrhea. These are the symptoms of pellagra. Next, coming to the vitamin deficiency diseases. There are two types of vitamin deficiency diseases. One is fat soluble deficiency diseases, and another one is water soluble vitamins. The water soluble vitamins are B complex vitamins and vitamin C. These are the vitamins are of water soluble materials. Next, coming to what fat soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins are vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin K. These are the vitamins which cause the fat soluble materials. All of this was occurred in our bodies and in our human beings. I hope all are understood my seminar, and thanks for listening or spending your valuable time for listening my words.
Watching.
Stay safe, stay home.